Welcome back to Season 2 of Free-to-Play Fish with me, yours truly, your host, Krim, also known as the Asian Avenger. Today, we're playing the Forest Might deck. Now, you remember from last season, we started off with this, so I figured we pay a visit to an old friend. This deck, though, is a little bit different. It's a little bit more powerful. Because this time around, unlike much of the decks we're going to be playing in Season 2, we're going to make sure that the decks they're slightly upgraded, so they're not the stock list. They're better than the V2s from last season, but they're not quite the final forms because the reason behind that is because, we're going to only use wildcards that the average player could get throughout grinding quests and dailies for about a month or so. And with that being said, we for the sake of content, we sunk a little bit into the account, but only enough to where each deck can, so then you don't have to watch me play the same deck, grind through like 13 episodes. So, so thank you so much for coming back for Season 2. I'm not going to hold you up any longer. Let's see you all in the arena. We're up against Zoidberg. Okay. Whoop, 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 whoop. Let's do this. I'll try this. We have a turn 1 elf. Maybe we draw into something good. I don't think we're going to be rabid biting anything with these Llanowar elves. If Zoidberg isn't playing Merfolk, it's going to be a flavor fail. Or it's going to at least hurt me emotionally. Okay. This is painful. This is going to die. This is going to die. They're highlighting it. I'll see you later. Thank you. Oh, nice. Alright, so we're on the old just play a land, hard cast a 4-mana threat. As of right now, because we have 3 forests. We just drew another forest with a Rabid Bite and a Nullhide Ferox. Which, by the way, these don't work well together. Rabid Bite and Nullhide Ferox, that is. Oh, nice. Okay, maybe I should go down some lands. I think I'm going to go down some lands. I mean, we just have all lands? Oh, that's pretty good. We'll play a 4-mana 6/6. We got a 4-mana 6/6. Here we go. Here we go. And good news, we know it resolves. The Ferox will resolve. And the best part is if they want to, and only if they want to, turn off the hexproof on this Ferox. They'll have to pay to, and they only have to. So, and I don't know of a 1-mana 4-damage spell outside of like Flame Slash coming in, and that's not even in standard. So, can I block? Wizard's Lightning, okay. The old just burned me out. That plan works too. Actually, it's working real well for our opponent right now. Okay, we're going to swing in for 6. We have a Goreclaw, Terror of Calcisma. Creature spells you cast with power 4 or greater cost 2 less to cast. That's a huge combo with Steel Leaf Champion. Just kidding. It still costs 3. Alright, so we're going to go for the face here. Our opponent just Lightning Striked our little friendly bear. So we're going to have to now play Steel Leaf Champion. Alright, opponent. You're staring down 11 damage here. 11 damage on 2 lands. It is a little unfortunate for Zoidberg here, who is a little bit mana screwed. I guess a little bit is an understatement, but... Okay, so none of these can block Steel Leaf. That's the good news. So they played Gitu Lava Runner, Fanatical Firebrand. Ooh, Carnaggio Tyrant. I like it. Alright, we're gonna go into for the face here. I mean, I see no reason for them to not block with Fanatical Firebrand and then, like, ping me directly. Maybe hold on to the Gitu Lava Runner if you really need to, because, I mean, well, you're not blocking Steel Leaf. It's all about Nullhide. Wait, hold on. Don't you want the Wizard type? Because with the Wizard type, at least you can possibly use Wizard's Lightning. But now we've got Carnage Tyrant, and the big green creatures keep piling up here. Yeah, I think they might have incorrectly blocked there. I would have sent the 1/1 over to the Nullhide, sack after blocks are declared, ping me in the face. Maybe they didn't know they could do... Okay, Lightning Strike. Good game. Legion, good luck. So it seems that with everything that happened in the last game, we're starting off Season 2 with a win. Seems good, feels good. That Lightning Strike towards the end. Honorable. I like it. I like it. So we're going to play the Llanowar Elf because we're definitely keeping this. We have 2 forests, Llanowar Elf, Branchwalker, Blanchwood, double Steel Leaf. We get to untap with the Llanowar Elf. It's going to be Christmas Land. I'm expecting to see a lot of mono red with the new announcements for how the ladder is going to look. So, I mean, with the competitive ladder and getting to mythic level events and stuff like that. I mean, without sideboards, I don't know how you try to push mid-range, but you can try it for sure, but it just feels weird. Okay, opponent. Can't double block it, that I know. Alright, cool. Let's try this. I mean, they can block with the 3/1 Spore Shaman, but I know they can't double block it with Diagraph Ghoul. Next turn, if we draw a land, we go Gigantosaurus. Ooh. Okay. Seems good. So they could double block one of my Steel Leaf champions? That's fine. Sure. They take 2 on top of that from the Midnight Reaper. There you go. And then they take 5. They're down to 3. We're going to play a Gigantosaurus. All right, the Treosaurus has arrived. I didn't do Danny Trejo in honor, though, because, I mean, this was supposed to come down turn 3. But, whoa, what does that mean? That looks like a cast down. Willing to bet cast down. Ooh, Assassin Trophy, that works, too. That works true. That right through, right into our game plan, though. You fool, you've activated my trap card, Blanchwood Armor. They have to lead this back. They have to attack, right? Like, I mean, it doesn't matter. Actually, we win the game. They're tapped out, so we're just going to go ahead and punch them in the face. Whee! 2-0. Visor of Samus? Visor of Samus. Oh my gosh. Why would I not know that? It just says Visor of Samus. Okay. Anyways, well, perfect. We've got a 2-0 start. A little bit of a problem, like an issue reading, but other than that, everything else is good. So, ooh, this is a meatball here. We have a 6 and a 6, and no ramp. Can I afford to just play this the old school way? Probably not. But I have faith. I think, okay, would I shift this? I mean, I'd like to get a ramp, but what if I mulligan into a more, like, late game and not enough mana dorks again, or not enough lands? It's just, it's kind of scary. Visora of Samus. Oh, man. Okay. I'm gonna click on these plants. Oh, it's Golgari. How unfortunate. Whoa. I'm gonna go ahead and play this. They're not blocking either way. If they are, that's fine with me. This has reach at least. That's nice. Crawl Harpooner can block a flyer. Out of Golgari. I guess that's Doom Whisperer. Doom Whisperer is a very real thing out of Golgari. Okay, they've drawn a land off of their Merfolk Branchwalker. They have a Druid of the Cowl. So that means next turn they can go up to a 5-drop. Kind of terrifying. I mean, they're probably going to trade the Branchwalker. There's no reason for you not to trade the Branchwalker. I'm just trying to get cards in the yard. I'm not going to play the second one because there is a chance that they play the Doom Whisperer and I'll need to blow it up. So, till then, I mean, I wish we had a way to ramp into... Oh, no. Not this. Okay, Brontodon, where you at? Well, that's not a Brontodon at all, but... I wish we had a Nullhide Ferox right now. That'd be so sweet. Alright. I'm gonna just discard the Crawl Harpooner. Hoping that we're okay here. Carnage Tyrant, that's fine. We can play a game with Carnage Tyrants. I'm okay with that. What do they get out of that? I mean, I'm just going to play a Carnage Tyrant. They have less life than we do, so that's the cool thing about that. I wanted to play Brontodon and blow that up, but it just doesn't feel that great. They get back a 3-2, but I don't know. Doesn't feel like it's much of anything. I'll get to draw 2 cards with Carnage Tyrant coming back to me here. And I think we're going to face tank the first hit from Carnage Tyrant. The reason why I didn't play Aggressive Mammoth is because Aggressive Mammoth dies to removal, so it would be a loss of a turn. And then they would still hit us with Carnage Tyrant. And we don't get to draw 2 cards. As long as we don't draw 2 forests, right? That's all that matters. Can't draw 2 forests. Oh, they're not attacking. They're hanging back. Okay. So they might go for Finality. If they go for Finality, that means they wipe their own board, though. Finality, though, does mean that their Carnage Tyrant is bigger than ours. The Visor of Samus. Not Visora. Galta. Okay, that's a little concerning. Yeah, no, that's a lot of concerning, actually. We don't have anything in our deck that kills that. We can block it with our own Galta. That's what we can hope to do. Right? Well, I said not 2 forests, but... like, I strictly said not 2 forests. But, you know, sometimes you gotta just get 2 forests. So, this is gonna die, by the way. Aggressive Mammoth is about to get insta-killed. Bam. Right there. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think they may have this one in the bag. No attacks. No attacks. I'll hang back. I'll hang back. And like, they know I have to block. Because now you just swing with everything. Okay. 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 Here. I'll choose to sack this. Make it easier for him. They still don't want to lose the threat? Alright, here we go. Alright, got it. 2-1. Alright, so it's halftime. So that means we're going to go in here and we're going to be trying to make it so our deck, you know, like we're going to tune the deck, you know, as we always do, somewhere around after the 3 matches. So right now I noticed that we have 4 Manowar Elves and 2 Druidic Owls. So I think we have 6 Mana Dorks. The 24 Forest is a bit too many lands. I often found myself getting flooded or all this mana and nothing to do with it. So I went down to 23 forests. I added in a Thorn Lieutenant, so this way, you know, if we need a mana sink, we have, I guess, something that we can use with it. And then, of course, we added a 4th Vine Mare because, as like earlier, I found that it was just like I would have, once again, all this mana and nothing to really cast with it. And we're going to just really bank on all the hexproofing that we've got. So let's see how this deck does now with the slight modifications. And otherwise, I'll see you all in the arena. Sartocoptis or Sartocoptis? Yeah, I think I did it. I think I nailed it. I got it right. It's like bothering me. I'm like staring at their name and I'm just like trying to like really like Sartocoptis, right? Yeah, Sartocoptis. Sartocoptis? Yes. Yeah, we'll go with that. All right, game. Give me a good one. And here comes Shock. It doesn't matter. I mean, you could Shock this either way. You know what we could use? Some Jade Lights. Some Jade Lights wouldn't be the worst. Okay, well, you could have Shocked that either way. Llanowar Elf. Llanowar Elf, huh? I'm graveyard that. I don't need that. Okay. Yep, good thing we got rid of that, because then Firebrand's just going to be annoying. But the bad news here is that they can just go, like, you know, Fanatical Firebrand, ping this, then Lightning Strike this, and then a World of Hurt for us. Or if they play Chain Whirler can sit back and block. But good news is that we have 2 things here that die to Chain Whirler. Chain Whirler with the first strike. Couldn't they have made this a 5/5? Why is Steel Leaf Champion not a 5/5 for 2 mana? What is it, Ronus' Last Stand or something? That makes the token? Okay. A Phoenix, you say? Interesting. So if they attack with the Phoenix, we move forward. Now, I could play this to get some damage through, but I just feel like it's not that useful. Not yet. I want to make it so that we find a Rabid Bite. If we can find a Rabid Bite, this would be perfect. We need them to attack with the Rekindling Phoenix, first off. If they attack with it, then we're in a really good spot, but I don't see them doing that. Or maybe they do. If they do, that means they have an answer. It's just that simple. Okay. I think I can probably set up one big strike. Like, we'll just play Carnage Tyrant next turn. And then after the Carnaggio Tyrant hits the board, take 4. What are they doing? What are they doing? They obviously have a 3 damage burn spell. This much is known. Take the 4. Down to 11. There's a strong chance that if they swing with the Phoenix here, we can just play Crawl Harpooner, punch down the Fanatical Firebrand. Okay. Do they have a 1 mana, or do they have a burn spell in hand? It would be likely that they do. Oh. Boy. Come on, game. And now we attack with all of these. So we have something in the back to block with. This has reach. So they have to use removal there. Because with our reach, we can keep it on the board for the time being. Okay. So here it comes. If they have the burn spell, they put us down to 3. They have to remove this, though. They have to remove this because the Crawl Harpooner has reach. Or they top deck another burn spell. Either or. Okay. Decline? I won't take the 4 damage. I think I'll pass on that. I know that I have to. Unfortunately, that's a really good draw for them. That's a really good draw for them. That was a really good draw from them. Alright, and then they shock us or something like that? Yeah, okay. How unfortunate. How unfortunate. Alright, Necro, good luck, opponent. I think this is good. I think this is good. I'll keep this. I mean, we have a turn 1 elf. Turn 3 play isn't as strong as a Steel Leaf Champion, but it's still a turn 3 play on turn 2. The up and over lands. I love that. We're going to pass it back to the opponent now. We play Brontodon. They're Mountain, so what is this, mono red? Oh, wait, are we playing like against goblins or something like that? Some gobos? This is pretty sweet, actually. Let's get in there. Didn't block, right? Ideally, this upcoming turn, we can go Branch Walker, before, unless they shock our elf. Alright, so Chain Whirler does that. Does a good impression of shocking our elf. Aha! But you can never keep a good elf down. Look at that. We're back. Oh, please don't kill me with... Don't kill my board with another Chain Whirler. Ooh, library. Yep. Seems good. Yeah, they can't block, by the way. The Steel Leaf Champion can't get chumped by the 1/1s. And Goblin Chain Whirler, though it has first strike, would... Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, so far, these 3 can't block here. That still can't block here. So that's good news for me. These can't attack because Chain Whirler will just kill them. Like, it'll just be really sad. Chain Whirls with Squirrels. You got it. Alright. And now we're going to play Nullhide Ferox. To keep the aggression up. That animation is gorgeous. That is so cool. Luckily, though, so far, even if they play Trash Master is the only, like, this and Trash Master will be the only things that can block. Anthem Effect, same deal. So it's only the War Chief that can block. All right, let's go ahead and swing out here. So, like, obviously, I'm gonna swing out everybody, because Steel Leaf has to be blocked by War Chief. Nullhide can get chumped. The others will have to trade. Yep. So we wipe their board. Go to damage. It's fine. And we're just gonna go wide again with a bunch of little druids and little elves. The mana dorks that could. Let's go. Elves and their gigantic beast. Alright, so still can't block Steel Leaf yet. So they need to be able to block Steel Leaf. They play Goblin Instigator, triggering the Vanquisher's Banner. They drew a card off that. They poop out a ton of 2/2s. But 2/2s can't block a Steel Leaf. Alright, we got there. Spartacus 1209, good luck opponent. You are our 6th round opponent here. So far, no, we're 3-2 with the deck. I like it, but ramping out a gigantic threat right now sometimes it isn't enough. I mean, like, it has to be back. Like, I think this has to be our worst matchup. Golgari is like our actual worst matchup because it has hard removal. It plays like a million Chupacabras, but I'm not saying that we can't win it. It's just a really bad matchup. Okay. So they're probably gonna just, yeah, I figured it'd be that, like, Wild Growth Walker. Wild Growth Walker we can't actually beat unless it's the turn that it comes down. Nice, the over and out. I like it. The turn that it comes down and we have to immediately Rabid Bite it. That's our out. Luckily they don't have one yet, but that remains to be seen. Staring down a merfolk and an elf. Druid of the Cowl. Will you survive? Seems that our opponent has just highlighted Druid of the Cowl, so it's less likely to survive. Not that it really matters, though. I mean, we don't really have anything to do right now. Our opponent played a Swamp. They have 4 cards in hand with 4 mana available to them between the Swamp Tomb and the Elf. Okay, cool, I guess. I mean, I'll attack, I guess. See if they want to double block. So I can kill off the Elf. Because I want to keep them off of, like, their, like, 5-drop play right now. Of course, if they have something like Fungal Infection, then that's hard times. Okay. Then I'm just going to play this. So that's 4 mana off of Ghalta. Ghalta now costs 8. This will probably die to something like Cast Down, Moment of Craving, I think, though. Assassin's Trophy? Okay. Sure, I'll take the action. Interesting. So if I play that next turn... So I'm about to be on land number 6. So 6, go down to 4. Crawl Harpooner gains 4, is a 4 power, so it goes up to 8. This will still cost 4 more. I'll just hold. Because I know they have a Doom Whisperer somewhere in their deck. They always do. So I gotta, like, try to hold this back for the Doom Whisperer. Alright, so they're going to attack me for 3. playing Wild Growth Walker. Okay, that's kind of hard for us to beat, but please don't kill this. That's what I can hope for. But I mean, they haven't played anything, so what else would they be like doing if not killing this? Probably like Chupacabra, stuff like that. We get to keep this though. We get to play Galta, which is nice. Really could use a Galta here. Well, you know, as I said, it would be nice, but unlikely. So they haven't played anything. It's not a surprise. No. The worst part is that the exile effect of that took it out of the yard. So alright, we're gonna try for this. There we go, we got a Galta. But does our 12-12 stay long enough to even matter? Sick 12-12, bro. Get out of here. And then immediately just gets contempted. Vivian Reed doesn't kill it. That's the good news. Vivian Reed does not kill it.
Wild animals I like. People, no one knows the wilds like I do.
Okay, what did they just... Oh, my lord. Okay, so we have to kill this right now. If only we had, like, the right there, the Blanchwood armor. That would have been really nice. So let me think here. What do we do? Like, this can't live. Okay.
Now we're getting started.
Unfortunately, yeah, Chupacabra, just like exactly what they play like 4 of these, so this is our worst matchup. Like it is very hard for us to win this one. But obviously, you know, I'm still gonna keep trying because I'm gonna click on Pinchy. They have so many good answers to everything we're doing. Oh, they're gonna attack. Okay, they're not going to attack. We need to get something good. Give me a Carnage Tyrant. Or a Forest. A Forest and a Carnage Tyrant are a lot alike. You know what I mean? Just gonna punch in, make them trade the Chupacabra, whatever. Hopefully they don't have like Fine Broker or something like that. Or the land means they pop a land to get it back though. So that's not the end of the world. Ow. Opponent. Their hand must be loaded with removal spells. Or I guess maybe Vraska and Carnage Tyrants, because they've been on 5 for some time now. Just need to get a bomb off the top here. They've answered every one of our big threats. Oh. Yep. I don't know what's going on with... I mean, that's dead, that's dead. How do we win? We need Carnage Tyrant. Okay, we just keep getting these. Okay. Yeah, this one's a loss. We can't come back from this. I'm gonna go ahead and just concede this one. Because they just pump this here. We can't really do anything about that. That's gonna eventually just spiral out of control, gain them too much life. They've now got the mana they've needed. We've got too much mana, unfortunately. Is 23 lands too much? I don't think so. I think 23 lands is fine. What does that put us at? So for today, that puts us at currently 3-3. Okay, sure. Let's call it a day there. They got this one. They got this one. Ronce is going to be our last round opponent. Let's try to like just edge out against our losses here. Right now we're 3-3. Yeah, with Golgari and how prominent it is on the ladder, this is going to be a really tough deck to grind with. It's going to be really tough because Golgari beats you every step of the way. But not to say that you can't have explosive starts and try to win that way. Like this could help us out with Golgari, but Golgari still has the early game plan of Branch Walkers, Wild Growth Walker, all of those things, and those all block this. We don't have a 3-drop, so we're going to probably just play Crawl Harpooner. Also, Phoenix does a number on this. I think what needs to happen is we need to just get We need to get the second color in here, but in order for us to do that, that means that we're gonna have like a lot of issues with the mana, unless we get the dual lands, the ones that are untapped, of course, because having anything like Foul Orchard or anything like that would a Celestia Guildgate would mean that we're doing nothing early. I'm gonna play the Vine Mare. I don't know how they beat that outside of like bouncing it back to my hand with Dispersal. Or of course they have the 4-mana 3/3 hexproof Flying Death Toucher. Sure. All right. Dragon's Horde. I'm going to keep playing this. Pass it back to them. So Nico Bolas won't save them. Nico Bolas, if they play it, then we get to get Nullhide Ferox into play. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, cast the Bolas. Cast the Bolas. Cast the Bolas. Please cast the Bolas. Not the Bolas. All right. I'm going to take 5. Yeah, I'll take 5. Feels good. Well, that was the run could have been a lot better. We ended at 4-3, just barely ahead of our losses there. So the ladder seems to be kind of hateful and bad for a style of play like this, but that's only because we didn't have all the cards we needed. Ideally, I would love to add the second color to give us more power and more ways to actually outlast our opponents. So this is what we started with today, but then we ended up here with the inclusion of the 4th Vine Mare, single Thorn Lieutenant, and cutting a land. So I often noticed that we just had too many lands. And on top of that, we had Mana Dorks, which kind of also did nothing, but these cards were... The cards were great. It's just like sometimes you just get paired against Golgari and like Phoenix, and those decks just don't care how big your threats are. Like the Drakes eventually just got big enough to where they could punch us, or like their Drakes can punch you into the ground, or if they, if it's Golgari, as you saw, they just play Chupacabra. Chupacabra usually deals with it. And plus, those Golgari decks are now starting to play Detection Tower, so it's not even hard to deal with your Hexproof. Of course, it does require them to have their Singleton, but this deck, I think, moving forward, I really, really would like to make it Celestia, because I think Celestia would be perfect. It would add a lot of power out of the sideboard against one of our worst matchups, which is Golgari. We could add 4 Takali Honor Guards. Of course, Lyra is just a sweet card, Baffling End for the more aggressive decks, and we have Knight of Autumn. And I was just like, sure, assemble, why not? It helps us make tokens. It can also help us keep something alive, because it gives something a 1/1 counter, and that creature gains indestructible until end of turn. So I personally like it, and as I said, Takali Honor Guard really helps with one of our worst matchups, which is Golgari, because they just can do so much. If they get to use all their Explorer triggers, then their threats just kind of can chump ours. Steel Leaf is, like example, if we go Takali Honor Guard, of course this requires like perfect mana or something like that, but Takali Honor Guard into Steel Leaf Champion, they can't do anything about it. Like all their Explorer creatures will not be powerful enough. Their Wild Growth Walkers, which is going to be, like, as you saw, one of the biggest problems, because we don't have many ways to interact with it. That card is absurd, and that's why adding the white gives us that, plus Ixalan's Binding, all these other things like that. So the only reason why I wasn't able to play this today was, well, because first off, it requires way more rares, right? We play the full 4 Thorn Lieutenants, and I don't have that. I don't have any Pelt Collectors, I don't think, either. So the deck, let's go ahead and go over the cards I think we really need to try to work towards for this deck. So as I told you, there was a few cards that I was just missing, and I really wish I could have played. It was these 4 cards, starting with Ixalan's Binding. Ixalan's Binding would have helped us out a lot if we were able to like pick off a Chupacabra with this, because Ravenous Chupacabra is just such a good card against us. It deals with our Ghalta, it deals with our I guess we have to wait, they have to wait until they have the mana, but they could pay 2 and then 4 more to deal with the Nullhide Ferox. It just deals with all of our big threats, so it can deal with our Steel Leaf champions and all of that stuff. So I just I think once we're able to pick off like a Chupacabra, it kind of makes it a little bit harder on their removal. And on top of that, it can make it so that we can put it on like a Teferi or anything like that, or any problematic threat that we can hope that, we can get stuck in their hands for the time being until they find an answer for this. And of course, Ripjaw Raptor, I wish we had some of this because then we would have been able to have a little bit more of a draw engine. And because it's a 4/5 body, which is a very nice statted body for 4 mana. I really, really like the Enrage. The Enrage, once again, just helps us stay in the game, helps us draw cards. We need some kind of draw engine. I assume that once I'm able to get this card, I'm probably going to drop the 3 mana enchantment that we had. The whatchamacallit, what was it called again? I keep forgetting. The Colossal Majesty. There we go. Once we get this card, I'll drop the Colossal Majesty. I mean, maybe move that to the sideboard, but this card is just way better in the main board. Or we can even drop Rabid Bite. And then, so Knight of Autumn, another good card. Like, so far, all these cards that have been brought up, so the Ixalan's Binding, I would definitely try to get 3 of those. 2 Ripjaw, like, Raptors, and then I think realistically you can have 3 of this somewhere. The Knight of Autumns in your 75. The Knight of Autumns just kind of they're kind of, they're versatile. You can use it in an aggro matchup to gain 4 life, like against red deck. Especially if you're trying to take this into best of 1 ladder with the new announcement they've made for ranking. Then you're gonna definitely want this in best of 1. Maybe instead of like how I currently have the build. My deck has the build with 2 Knight of Autumns in the main deck, right? But maybe we change that to like 3. But if you decide to do this best of 3, then maybe you can do the 2 and then 1 to the sideboard. Depending how prominent your red deck matchup and all those like problematic matchups are, you can go up to 4. But it destroys target artifact or enchantment, so even Ixalan's Bindings, Search for His Kantas, Seal Aways, those kind of things, and of course artifacts like Immortal Sun, etc., just and like treasure maps. This is just always going to have something to do. And at the very worst, it's a 5/4. So it is a 4/3. It is 4/3. You can put 2 1/1 counters on this, and it's just a solid 4/3 threat for 3 mana. It's kind of like Jade Light without the exploring part of it, but you do get the other 2 modes. So definitely you want 3 of these somewhere in your 75. And lastly, Nullhide Ferox. This card, not only does the art look gorgeous, but it is just so cool. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of Dimir on the ladder. I mean, I myself am a Dimir player, so of course I'm gonna also be like, yeah, this card's annoying. Like, this card is terrifying when you play Disinformation Campaign, Nicol Bolas, anything like that causes your opponent to discard. On top of that, it's still just a 4 mana 6/6 with hexproof, and with the activated ability of Nullhide Ferox loses all abilities until end of turn. Any player may activate this. That is such a sweet design. I love that. But at the same time, yeah, it kind of has a hexproof feel to it. It more so feels like a Frost Titan effect. If you don't know the card Frost Titan, look it up. It's a cool card. I miss the Titans. But yeah, so with that, you can pay 6 mana. The opponent has to pay 6 mana to like target this with Vraska's Contempt, 4 mana for Cast Down, 6 mana with Chupacabras. This is just really helpful. Like, it helps slow them down, and sometimes that additional turn or 2 that you just need, that you're pushing them back on the removal spell, is just enough for you to close out the game or get your Ghalta out. And of course, as you already know, this is why it's good against Dimir. It's if a spell or an ability an opponent control causes you to discard Nullhide Ferox, put it onto the battlefield instead of putting it into your graveyard. So, you can put this into play off of an Eldest Reborn. So you definitely want 4 of these. This card is huge. Getting this out on turn 3 is even better off of your mana dorks. So definitely look to 4 of these. And once again, I think that should conclude this video for Season 2. But nothing like starting off Season 2 with a mono green deck, And on top of that, I want to say thank you to everybody that's returned and continue to watch. This time around, we're going to start adding a few more, make the decks a little bit more powerful, grind that through the ladder and see how it does. And once again, remember, this is just so the Season 2 decks are going to be we're going to be using wild cards that a player could normally get with an average player after a month or so of grinding quests and just doing all of that stuff and getting ICRs. So thank you so much for coming back. As always, it's a blast to make content with you guys. If you enjoy the content, feel free to hit the like button, hit the sub button, and if you want to see when the newest videos on MTG Goldfish comes out, hit that bell. As always, your host, Krim signing out.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.